Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for highlighting my being a non-member of this committee. But
I
nonetheless,
highlighted also
I
that
have
you
every
have
right
the
to speak.
privilege to manifest your position.
Thank you po.
Because that is according to our rules, Honorable Marcoleta.
Including the highlighting of being a non-member. Kasama po yun.
The rule that non-members cannot raise a motion and cannot vote, but they
Opo.
can manifest. And that is observed in all committees in the House of
Madam Chair, I
Representatives.
did not say that I'm about to make a motion. Wala nung po akong sinabi. Anyway, ma'am, magandang hapon po sa
Madam Chair,
sa committee na ito.
Madam Chair,
Is that a point of order?
yes, not really the point of order. I just would like to find out if he is a she or a he because you have been mentioning her.
Point of order, Madam Chair. Let's allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
All right. Honorable Marcoleta is recognized. You may proceed.
Madam Chair,
Gusto
I
ko
just would
bang-
like to make it clear.
He
Madam
is
Chair,
he. He
The-
is
the
he.
point
I
of
stand
order is not
corrected.
in order, Madam Chair, because I just want to make, because you said twice her.
All right.
So I
I'm
would like to
addressing
find out
him.
if she is a she or a he.
Madam
is
Chair,
he.
make a ruling and allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
As a response to
proceed
the
to-
Honorable Abante, we are addressing now Honorable Marcoleta as he, him, his, and the chair therefore stands corrected. You may proceed, Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair. First of all, to be clear, ako'y naniniwala na may kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice na buksan yung kahunayan. But to me, the crucial question is, kailangan ba natin buksan? The question is in relation to the determination of probable cause. And if we are talking about probable cause, para sa akin ay nandyan na ang ebidensya, sapat na yan para makapag-determina na tayo kahit hindi natin bubuksan yung kahon na yan. Meron pong kasabihan sa batas sa ex abundante cautela, with extreme caution. And out of the abundance of caution, I believe that it would be more prudent for us to leave this to the Senate to decide whether to open the box or not. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Kong Chel, you're not joining the position of Kong Laila.
For once, I think
For
we have
once.
some disagreement.
That is for the record, for once. For the first time. Split decision. Now let us proceed to recognize the Honorable Sara Ilago.
Maraming salamat, Madam Chair. This representation from Gabriela Women's Party also joined the position of the Honorable De Lima and their colleagues from the Committee on Justice who are in favor of opening the box. Nasa kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice na buksan ang box na ito at kung kakailanganin na tayo ay magkaroon ng executive session, bakit hindi natin gawin? Kung ito ay makakatulong sa House Committee on Justice nang sumusunod sa ating sariling rules of proceedings sa paghahawak at sa pag-initiate at pagsisimula ng mga impeachment complaints. Sang-ayon sa ating rules at habang naka-executive session at kung makakatulong sa ating determination ng probable cause, dapat gawin natin ito. Hindi biro ang ating kinakaharap, nasa pangalawang pinakamataas na posisyon ng pamahalaan ang may nakahain na impeachment complaint. Kaya't napakahalaga na mabusisi natin ang bawat dokumento na may kinalaman doon sa ating responsibilidad na ma-determine kung sapat ba ang probable cause para ang impeachment proceeding na ito ay magtuloy-tuloy. Para sa interest ng transparency, para sa interest ng accountability, Madam Chair, kinakailangan ho natin buksan ang box na ito. Hindi po dapat tayo magpatinag, hindi po dapat tayo umatras at kinakailangan natin gamitin ang kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice sang-ayon sa konstitusyon na magpatuloy sa impeachment proceeding na ito at gawin ang lahat para matiyak na malinaw ang batayan sa pagpapatuloy ng impeachment proceeding na ito. Maraming salamat, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other justice members who wish to manifest on the Honorable SDML, Lawrence Defensor?
Madam Chair, I requested to be listed.
Sorry, with the indulgence of Honorable Defensor, let us acknowledge, recognize the Honorable Wowo Fortes. Pasensya na po.
And no problem, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we are currently at the stage of the determination of probable cause. And in doing so, we have accepted the fact that we are not a trial court and therefore restricted by certain rules. Even testimonies and affidavits of direct witnesses cannot be examined beyond the corners of your affidavit, meaning no probing questions are allowed during this stage of the proceedings. And with that restrictions, I would understand that the NIRC Section 20, Paragraph A is very clear on the restrictions on the opening of the box. And the exercise of restraint, I would suggest that we limit our proceedings within the four corners of the provisions of Section 20, Paragraph A of the NIRC. Furthermore, my seatmate here, Congressman Abante, has a very persuasive argument that has legal and biblical basis. The legal basis, I fully understand being a lawyer, and the biblical basis, I further fully understand as I have studied for the priesthood sometime in the past. With that, Madam Chair, thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Honorable Wowo Fortes. Now we proceed to the Honorable Lawrence Defensor, our Senior Deputy Majority Leader.
Salamat pong muli, Madam Chair. 6 na beses ko pong narinig ang word na cautious o pag-iingat. At sang-ayon po akong dapat mag-ingat tayo at maging cautious tayo. Dapat po maging cautious at mag-ingat tayo na dapat hindi mangyari na ang simpleng batas o ang simpleng statute tulad ng tax code or the National Internal Revenue Code ay payagan nating mag-undermine ng ating saligang batas o pinakamataas na batas sa buong bansa. A simple statute should never undermine the highest law of the land kasi magiging masamang precedent ito sa mga susunod na impeachment proceedings na kahit wala na tayo dito, ay i-invoke itong precedent na ito na pwedeng harangin pala ng simpleng batas ang mandato ng konstitusyon na dapat mailabas. Gusto kong mailabas kung anuman ang nilalaman yan kasi baka may ebidensyang makapag-dismiss ng kaso laban sa vice-presidente. The evidence inside that box could acquit the Vice President at hindi na siya maantala sa trabaho niya ngayon pa lang at hindi na tumagal ang impeachment na ito. Baka meron ding ebidensya na makagpapatatag pa ng ebidensya at makakakumbinsi pa sa miyembro ng mga komitibang ito para mas maging matatag ang kanilang pagboto. Public office is a public trust at naniniwala ako na in every move that we take, it should always be the Constitution and the spirit of the Constitution that should govern our proceedings in this committee. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam
Klaro
Chair.
naman
Madam
yung
Chair.
posisyon ni Kong Dilema as well as SDML Defensor.
Madam Chair.
As simple as the Constitution is paramount. And this is the power behind the accountability mechanism. The Honorable Ko.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I join Representative De Lima in her motion na buksan ang kahon for the simple reason that Congress in its proceedings sa pagiging House Committee on Justice paghanap ng probable cause in impeachment proceedings, supreme ito, no? May supremacy siya over statutes such as the tax code which provide limitations kung paano ipoproseso yung information such as tax returns. That is applicable on specific circumstances as provided by law or even in ordinary circumstances. Pero the impeachment proceedings are not mere ordinary circumstances na maaaring mas ipantay or even pababain, no, sa level ng statute, no. Ang fear ko po, Madam Chair, and that's why I'm also raising this manifestation, lahat po ng ginagawa natin dito will set a precedent in the future. Should there be similar impeachment proceedings kung saan tatanungin ano yung extent ng kayang gawin ng House Committee on Justice, they might look on April 29, 2026 at ang desisyon ng House Committee on Justice na mas limitahan ang kanyang kakayahang mag-imbestiga, no, ng naaayon doon sa pag-establish ng probable cause ng impeachable official. They might look at this and say, oh, dito, out of caution na hindi makasuhan, etc., they decided conservatively. And if continuously in history we will decide conservatively, mas lilimitahan at mas lilimitahan yung kapangyarihan ng hindi lang po ng House Committee on Justice, pero ang pagtingin ko and ang pag-appreciate ko din, this branch of power, the legislature. So this manifestation is in support, no, of the balance of powers na dapat na e-exercise ng legislature na naaayon sa konstitusyon, na hindi po dapat natin itinatali yung ating mga kamay para hindi magawa yung dapat naman pong nakalagay sa highest law of the land, kaya nating gawin. That is all, Madam Chair.
The last justice member to manifest on this is Congressman Terry Ridon from Bicol Saro Party List.
Magandang umaga, Madam Chair. Tingin ko lahat naman po tayo ay gustong buksan, no? Yung pong box na ito. Una, dahil nakabatay po ito sa constitutional power natin po bilang impeachment proceeding to subpoena documents like BIR documents. Pero ang kailangan ho natin pagpasyahan ngayon, sapat na po ba ang mga ebidensyang inilatag ngayong araw po na ito para magkaroon ng finding of probable cause on unexplained wealth? Tingin ko even without opening the box, sapat-sapat na po, sobra-sobra pa nga yung pong nailatag na ebidensya nung nakaraang linggo. Balikan po natin ulit ito. Ang laman po ng AMLAC report, which was never denied by the Carpio complaint, 6.77 billion in total transactions, 4.4 billion in inflows, pumasok na pera sa mga bangko ng mag-asawang Duterte Carpio, 1.5 billion in outflows na hindi ho natin makita sa SALN ng pangalawang Pangulo, 2.8 billion in net inflows na dapat ay nananatili sa kanilang mga bangko pero hindi nakalahad sa SALN ng pangalawang Pangulo. Pasukin po natin yung SALN mismo kung bakit po ito sapat-sapat na ebidensya ang nakalagay sa SALN for 2024, 88.5 million pesos lamang po. On those two pieces of evidence and reports pa lamang po, mga kaibigan, sapat-sapat na, sobra-sobra pa ho. Ito pong finding of probable cause. This particular section of the impeachment proceeding will go straight to the Senate. Sigurado po tayo dyan. At I'm quite certain that this box will be opened at the level of trial. So, Madam Chair, tingin ko kung wala naman na po nga kailangan pa hong pag-usapan, magandang pagbotohan na po natin ito pong bagay na ito. Maraming salamat po.
Our parliamentary status, the Honorable De Lima already moved to open the BIR box. And then
Madam
we
Chair.
heard the different positions of the justice members. And we continue to hear because I could see members still raising their hand.
Madam Chair.
Can we call Honorable Marcoleta first? Honorable Marcoleta is a non-member of Justice Committee, but of course, we recognize her opportunity to manifest her position as well.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for highlighting my being a non-member of this committee. But
I
nonetheless,
highlighted also that
I have
you
every
have
right
the
to speak.
privilege to manifest your position.
Thank you po.
Because that is according to our rules, Honorable Marcoleta.
Including the highlighting of being a non-member. Kasama po yun.
The rule that non-members cannot raise a motion and cannot vote, but they
Opo.
can manifest. And that is observed in all committees in the House of
Madam
Representatives.
Chair, I did not say that I'm about to make a motion. Wala nung po akong sinabi. Anyway, ma'am, magandang hapon po sa,
Madam
sa,
Chair,
sa
Madam
committee na
Chair,
ito.
Madam Chair.
Is that a point of order?
Yes, not really the point of order. I just would like to find out if he is a she or a he because you have been mentioning her.
Point of order, Madam Chair. Let's allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
All right. Honorable Marcoleta is recognized. You may proceed.
Madam Chair,
Gusto
I
ko
just would
bang-
like to make it clear.
He
Madam
is
Chair,
he. He
The-
is
the
he.
point
I
of
stand
order is not
corrected.
in order, Madam Chair, because I just want to make, because you said twice her.
All right.
So I
I'm
would like to
addressing
find out
him.
if she is a she or a he.
Madam
is
Chair,
he.
make a ruling and allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
As a response to
proceed
the
to-
Honorable Abante, we are addressing now Honorable Marcoleta as he, him, his, and the chair therefore stands corrected. You may proceed, Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for that clarification, Bishop Benny Abante. Ewan ko kung is that germane to this hearing. Anyway, magandang araw po, ginang Madam Chair at sa mga kapita-pitagang miyembro ng committee na ito. Marahil ay inaasahan nyo na ako po ay magbibigay ng manifestasyon para tutulan ang pagbubukas ng box na yan mula sa BIR. Ang katunayan po, ako po ay hindi tututol. You may go ahead and open it all you want. Sabi nga ni Madam Chair, hawak niya ang beat. Sino ba naman ako para pigilan ito? Sabi nga ng kanta, huwag mong bibitawan. Huwag niyo na bitawan yung box. So I dare the committee to open the box, but with a caveat, siguraduhin niyo po na hindi kayo nakalalabag sa batas. At sinabi rin po ni Popoy sa pelikula, I deserve an explanation. I deserve an acceptable reason. Siguraduhin niyo po na kung bubuksan niyo yan, meron po kayong acceptable reason na naayon sa batas. At ako po ay kaisa niyo rin sa komite na ito sa paghahanap ng katotohanan. Pero sa ating paghahanap at pagsasiliksik ng katotohanan, siguraduhin po natin na tayo po ay hindi nakalalabag sa ating mga batas. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Again, that is a manifestation and therefore it does not deserve or require any answer. Let us proceed. If there are no other members who wish to, the Honorable Sendanya is recognized.